My life be like, ooh, yeah.
All right, Saturday morning. Steve's getting ready for the show. I'm just gonna go get a quick workout in. Feeling good, had plenty of sleep. So we're gonna do some squat and deadlift.
And know there was a time when we never let go, never let go. Ooh, we never let go. We can figure this out. Put your feet down.
All right, guys. So working up to 350 pounds today. Tree fitty. Feeling good right now. No lower back pain. Just doing 2 sets of 5. Keeping my volume low. Coming back slowly. Very happy to be here right now. Got a long way to go, especially after watching the Arnold Classic powerlifting meet, realizing that I really need to squat over 700 pounds to be very competitive. But you know, we're halfway there. So pain-free, that's important. And I just know if I keep putting one foot in front of the other, stay healthy, do the things I need to do, somehow everything will take care of itself. I believe that. Let's get after it. So exciting day today, guys. My first time back to 5 plates since I injured myself in late September. It's pretty crazy to believe I'd be able to get back here after literally not being able to get up off my floor for like a week. So yeah, pain-free. It's an amazing thing. It's a beautiful thing. I love to lift weights. There's nothing like making you appreciate something by having something you love taken away. So being able to be back in here, train pain-free, I'm just really excited. So we're gonna crush and dominate 5 plates right now.
No.
Felt pretty good, you know. First set was a little bit, I was letting myself get out of position a little bit. Second set I really focused on like wedging my hips into the bar, and that seemed to make a big difference. Much faster. Also listening to Bob Percoli by 30 seconds to bars always gives me a little extra on my deadlifts. You know, it feels good to listen to my heavy weights again. But I will tell you, like, it's hard to go and watch, you know, and I'm always the person saying, worry about yourself. But when I go watch, you know, the Arnold powerlifting meet, and I see how far those guys have come, and I see, you know, LS, and I see, you know, all these other guys. It's easy to, and I'm happy for LS. LS is a great guy. I love him. But it's easy to get discouraged and think, you know, how, you know, I'm at half the weight for squat that I need to be at, you know. I'm 200 pounds below what I need to do for deadlift. How can I ever get there? And my bench has been really struggling with my shoulder and my bicep tendon issue. But you know what? I can't, if I start worrying about that and worrying about the top of the mountain, I can't control that. I can't control what else anybody else does. All I can do is come in here and put the work in every day. And you know, if you start focusing on everything else and stuff that doesn't seem possible, that's how dreams get killed before they even get started. So I'm not going to limit myself like that. I'm going to come in and put the work in every single day. And at the end of the day, whatever happens, happens. But I'll know I gave it everything I had. And when I do that, I always walk with my head held high.
I've always associated dieting with feeling miserable and starving. And that's the only way I see results. But I've never actually been able to maintain the weight loss once I lose the weight.
And that's really common. And that's what, you know, most women go through. You said, how long did you say you felt like you've been dieting for?
Since when I was 14.
Yeah, and honestly
14 was
you,
my first severe calorie deficit of like eating around 700 calories a day.
And what made you feel like you needed to do that?
I'm not sure.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
I'm not.
Because it's almost like a societal thing. You know, girls are just
the expectation that you need to be dieting, that you need.
Well, and you hear all your friends, you hear your mom, maybe, or your family members, your people you care
But
about.
always dieting was associated with eliminating food groups. Stop eating bread, and then you'll lose weight. No pasta at night. And you know, with bodybuilding it's different because you know meal timing can play a role, but still like being able to implement any type of food group I want throughout the diet and still see results. Almost feels like I mean it's easy. So I'm like, am I doing it right? You know, it's like easier this prep. So I'm like, oh, maybe I'm not working as hard. I'm eating this out.
Have you competed before?
Yes. Awesome. This will be my second show.
Is this your first time flexible dieting for a competition?
Yes.
Awesome.
So thanks to you. I had Cocoa Puffs yesterday after my workout.
Just finished out a nice workout at the gym. It was a really nice facility. You know, a little small, but like had everything I needed. And wow, met a lot of people. You know, actually Blake, so he was the guy that did my powerlifting meet in Vegas a couple years ago. So that was really cool. I met the owners of the gym. They were super nice. Met this girl, Nika. She's super nice. You know, it was funny because I was talking to her and she was talking about how important flexible dieting was to her, and she seemed like kind of emotional, you know, and I just gave her a hug because, it's just really cool to like, to see, you know, your information positively affect people like that. And it's for every negative person that's out there, you know, I always try to remember that, you know, there's a lot of people who got positively affected by the things I do. So I think sometimes, and I'm human, I'm guilty of this, is I get too focused on people, the negative people, and I should be focused on more people who are positive and who really appreciate the information I put out there. So it's always like a nice refresher, I guess, to see people who have positively been infected by that. So that was cool. It kind of made my day. So now we're gonna go back to the Airbnb. I'm gonna take a quick rinse off, and we're gonna get over on over to the venue and get ready to watch Cook Courtney crush it.
Turn left. just wrapped up prejudging. I feel good. I felt like this was the best. I came in, you know, filled out. For me, the telltale signs of the chest. If I get my chest full, my chest is very full. Probably got 6th-ish right in there.
That's right, but
6th or 7th. So again, you always come in wanting to win. We talked about that earlier. You know, you don't compete to lose, but also at the same time, you got to know what you're competing for. You got to know, you know, the guys that I was competing against, a lot bigger. So these are some of the guys, top 2 or 3 guys, great shape, phenomenal shape, a little bit bigger. For me being 6'1", I probably have to compete at close to 220. 225 and
225.
So I don't think there was a guy actually on stage taller than in the top 5. There definitely wasn't here or at the Arnold taller than 6 foot on stage. Just because it's hard for big guys. That being said, I had a phenomenal time here in Hawaii at the Tim Gardner production here. So we have finals tonight. But yeah, what was your assessment?
Yeah, I just think if you look at the progression of anything below bodybuilding, right? Like so physique and in women's figure, bikini, it starts out one place and then it just tends to gravitate towards bigger over time because at the end of the day, these are, and I'm not knocking it, but they're bodybuilding judges, right? So they're, whatever your eye drawn to as impressiveness is usually more muscle and leaner, right? So, you know, but like, that's fine. Like if you look at the top 6, you were the smallest guy in the top 6.
Smallest out of the top 6.
So it's one of those things where you got, like you said, you know what you're competing for, right? And if you look afterwards, and there's no knock on the guys, the top guys, but they're all coming up taking pictures with Steve, right? So even though some of these guys are probably going to beat Steve, they want to take a picture with him. And I think the message I try to tell people is if you want to be successful, listen, if your dream is to win Olympia, do what it takes to do that. But if your dream is to build a brand, be successful in fitness, you don't need to win shows to do that. You've been successful because you started off with competing, and I was a little bit this way as well, competing and coaching, and use that as a platform.
And you have to have that base. And competing does give you that base of generally what we're doing in the fitness industry. Obviously, we're both in the fitness industry, and competing kind of it gives you the knowledge to get ready for a show. You have to know what you're doing. You have to be able to obviously read food labels. Not to say that everyone who competes knows exactly how to give or should be giving nutritional advice and everything like that, because that does happen a lot that people shouldn't be. But what we're saying here is you do it long enough and then all of a sudden you realize what your kind of niche is. And I've realized more or less for me, this is a checklist on my 2017 goals. Getting on stage is just one of the facets. People in here were asking, what show are you gonna do next? And I was like, I haven't thought about competing at all besides this show because I wanna do a sprint triathlon. I want to get in and do maybe some powerlifting for a couple months. Do whatever it is that I feel like was going to make me healthier. Again, I've said this before on t-shirts, it's you versus you. Like, yes, I did this show, there's going to be placings. I bettered myself from the last time I think I stepped on stage, and I'm happy with that. I'm going to go grub, I'm going to have a damn good time. Courtney looks phenomenal. And again, Courtney genetically, for her sport, for bikini, she's just gifted. For me, being taller, not being as wide probably as some of those shorter guys for how tall they are. For pumpkins, you said it, on their shoulders. Pumpkins, So those guys, you know, not knocking them at all. For me, I'm super happy with my physique being more athletic. Again, competing is one facet of what I want to do, but it's part of the overall branding of what I try to set out to do. And really just make it a fun YouTube story, I guess, at the end of the day.
I think the other thing to keep in mind, Preet, you said it, you versus you. Bodybuilding, figure, bikini, all these sports, even powerlifting, it's like golf, right? So if we're playing football, I can directly impede whatever you're trying to do. If we're playing golf, I can shoot the best round I've ever shot, and you can still beat me if you have a better day,
that's
right?
So true.
And so that's how physique, and I try to tell people, because I get a lot of competitors who'll be like, oh, did you see this person they posted on Instagram? Have you seen what I'm like, I can't, we can't.
You can't worry about that.
Well, unless you're going to go Tanya Harding on them, like you can't change what they're going to do. So all you can do is put one step in front of the other for yourself, come in the best you can look, and whatever happens, happens.
And that to that point, that's why backstage, I am never ever like one of those guys, you'll see him at shows, they're almost mean mugging, staring down, trying to get some competitive edge. And for me, it's the exact opposite. I know for me, I'm gonna have a good time. I've already done the work. I've already put in the weeks of dieting, prepping. I'm gonna throw that tan on. And no matter what I do, I am not gonna change how that guy looks or how he's prepared for 12 weeks. We're gonna go out there, we're gonna have a fun time for the most part. So again, you gotta do it for yourself. I feel so good for doing this, guys. I can't tell you, it's helped my brand out so much competing, Because again, getting in shape gives you a goal. Getting a goal, it's fun to watch that unfold online as a story. So if you're out there, you know, looking to compete, do it for yourself first and foremost. But then there's nothing quite like documenting it, even if it's just for you. Documenting, taking pictures, progress pictures, video, doing YouTube. It's a fun thing to look back on, and it actually helps inspire other people to do things. It might not be a show that they do, but it might be like, man, Steve, you know, you guys that did the 21-day shred with Steve, it's only 21 days, but mentally, you know, you pushed yourself, and it's better than not doing it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Layne. Layne's been my eye in the sky. I've been sending him pictures here in Hawaii from the hotel. He's been telling me, you know, I think you're a little flat. You need that person. You need that person. I thought when I got here that I was spilled, when really I was a little bit flat, and it was really my chest that was kind of that telling sign. So did everything we could, carved up well, and we knocked it out of the park. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Gonna have about a 2-hour, 3-hour break. Gonna go get a little bit of food, nothing too crazy. I'm not gonna go smash pancakes or anything right now. Tonight, sushi though. That's what I'm having.
All right, guys, just got done with prejudging. Steve did awesome. First call out. Looks like probably 6th place or so. I know some people may say, oh man, he must be disappointed. He's actually really happy. Like, he was the smallest guy in the top 6, and you know, competing, like, you know, Steve does this for to have fun and have a goal and whatnot, but it's not his life. And obviously, he's been successful enough. He doesn't need competing. So I was happy with how he looked. I'm very convinced it's the best he's ever looked, and he had fun. You saw he had fun during prep. We didn't cut water, we didn't cut sodium, and he was plenty tight. You know, we didn't do crazy, you know, carb depletion stuff. It just goes to show that you can live a healthy lifestyle, you can have fun with it, and you can still look fantastic if you're just consistent. You know, count your macros and find a way to have fun with this kind of stuff. So I'm super proud of him. Had a great time watching him step on stage again. It's been a long time for him. And then also looks like Courtney did really great. So happy to see my friends doing really well. And we'll see how things shake out at finals. Hey, oh. All right, guys, we went back to the Airbnb after prejudging. Got some food, did a Facebook Live, a Q&A, answered some emails, got some work done. Now we're back here at finals of the Hawaii Pro. Come back to help out Steve, support him and Courtney, and looking forward to seeing how they do, and an awesome show.
Oh, you make me wanna talk back to you. Say it like that. If I hate you, then find someone new, baby. But you know I never will. No, so I choke you down just like a pill.
All right, guys, had a great time here at the Hawaii Pro Show. Steve got 6th. Awesome comeback. A lot of people were asking if he was disappointed. Definitely wasn't disappointed. You know, Steve is a super positive guy. This is something he just wanted to check off his checklist. He's got bigger and better things to do besides just men's physique. He's opening the gym, putting out tons of content. At the end of the night, he's gonna go home with Miss Bikini Olympia in Hawaii and go back to his businesses he owns. Like, he's doing all right. So he's happy about it, and I'm happy. It's the best he's ever looked. And it was awesome to see Courtney win, so congrats to her, congrats to them. Just lovely people, and it's cool to be part of their journey.